Today, we see a huge shift to remote work as one of the effects of the global pandemic. And with this shift, we also need to scale up infrastructure to support remote workers. For example, VPN technology is widely used to enable remote workers who need to access confidential apps on premises or in the cloud. However, your VPN may have been designed to support a small portion of your workforce, but not your whole organization. For example, within Microsoft, we've seen our typical remote access at 50,000 plus employees spike to as high as 128,000 employees. If you are looking to scale up your VPN setup to support remote work, use Azure VPN Gateway. You can build a VPN gateway in Azure and connect your existing VPN solution to Azure. This eliminates a single point of failure to access on-premises resources and provides nearly limitless scale. You pay for only what you use, and you can turn it off when you don't need it. Network and VPN capacity is one challenge. The other challenge is ensuring that employees have access to their desktops and applications from anywhere. In many cases, it's not feasible to rapidly purchase hardware and provision desktops, both from a budget and timing standpoint. That's one of the reasons we see a lot of organizations adopt Windows Virtual Desktop. Windows Virtual Desktop gives your employees access to their corporate desktops and applications from any device. They also get the full Windows 10 desktop experience. Unlike traditional virtual desktop infrastructure, Windows Virtual Desktop is hosted on Azure, so it's super fast to set up right there in the Azure portal. You only pay for what you use, and your data always stays secure. First, let me show you a Windows Virtual Desktop. As you would expect, it's the full Windows 10 experience. Outlook, OneDrive, and all your Win32 and modern applications work seamlessly. Traditionally, virtual desktops have not been ideal for audio and video conferencing. However, that changes with Windows Virtual Desktop. With our new AV redirection feature, you get low latency audio and video streaming, so you can collaborate using Microsoft Teams just as you do on your PC. Our customers are accessing their Windows Virtual Desktops from a mix of different device types. Some are managed by IT, but many are not. The advantage with Windows Virtual Desktop is that you can access it from anywhere using Windows, Android, Mac, or iOS devices, or an HTML5 web client. So as you can see, Windows Virtual Desktop provides the same Windows 10 experience you already know and love, but powered by Azure. Now let's dive into the management side. There's no need to buy server hardware or install software as you would in a data center. You let Microsoft manage the infrastructure for you, and you instead focus on the governance and policies you need to put in place to meet your business needs. Since Windows Virtual Desktop is built on Azure, you can get going in just a few minutes using the Azure portal. Here in the Azure portal, you go through a simple wizard that guides you through the process of setting up your entire infrastructure, including your virtual machines and your network. You pick your golden image and you have a full virtual desktop environment, just like that. You can pick and add users from your Active Directory, and if you have more concurrent users accessing a desktop or application than you expected, no worries. A few clicks is all it takes to add more capacity to your host pool and accommodate more users. Now that we've set up the initial environment, it's super important to focus on security. The good news is Microsoft provides you end-to-end security, from the end user all the way through the network and infrastructure, and finally, your data. You can secure and protect all your resources. To start, the Windows 10 desktop and applications are running on Azure. You securely connect over Remote Desktop Protocol, or RDP. Thanks to a technology called Reverse Connect, you don't need to open any inbound ports on your VNet, which greatly reduces the attack surface. In addition, you can leverage the breadth of Azure services to protect your Windows Virtual Desktop, including Azure Security Center, to ensure that you have the right security configuration and protection against threats. And of course, Windows Virtual Desktop uses the security capabilities that are built into Azure, such as Azure Disk Encryption to secure your data and role-based access control to provide least privileged access to resources. On the networking side, you can use Azure ExpressRoute and Azure Firewall to both protect your Windows Virtual Desktop and to scale your network by using Azure's bandwidth and connectivity rather than your own organization's bandwidth. As you would expect, since Windows Virtual Desktop is integrated with Azure Active Directory, you can set up conditional access and multi-factor authentication to protect your employees. We understand that cost is a major concern in the current situation. Windows Virtual Desktop provides you with multiple ways to reduce cost while empowering your users. Starting with infrastructure. As I mentioned earlier, the amount of infrastructure you need is far less compared to traditional VDI setups. You get all the benefits of Azure with cost-effective compute and storage and a pay-as-you-go pricing model, which means you can shut down session host VMs to save cost when not in use. Windows Virtual Desktop is the only solution that offers Windows 10 multi-session, so you can have multiple users on the same VM and reduce the overall number of VMs you need. On the licensing side, you don't need any additional licenses. You can use your existing Windows or M365 per user license. If you use Windows 10 multi-session, you don't need an RDS CAL. And if you want to use Windows 7 for legacy apps, we offer 3 years of extended security updates. In addition to infrastructure and licensing cost savings, with simplified management, you save on time and effort spent on activities such as patching and updates. We are confident that Azure VPN Gateway and Windows Virtual Desktop can help you solve the challenges you are facing with enabling remote work for your employees. To learn more about Azure VPN Gateway, go to aka.ms/VPN-remote work. To learn more about Windows Virtual Desktop, go to aka.ms/startwvd. Thank you so much.